I hope you guys found something helpful in this. And just to add, I guess I'll add this in the beginning of the video for those that don't want to watch the whole thing. Did the Dermoplast work? Not how you think. No, it did not reduce the pain or the uncomfortableness from waxing from a Brazilian. It did reduce the uncomfortableness for the butt strips that they do when they do a Brazilian. I didn't feel any maybe like I said before, 15 out of 100% of uncomfortableness. So it did help with that, but everything else, just watch the video if you're interested to see like in full detail what I felt and what I didn't feel. But these are for the people that don't want to watch the whole video. Thanks for watching. You guessed it, I am doing the TikTok hack for waxing with the Dermoplast. I haven't done it before. I have been getting waxes for almost a year, Brazilian waxes, and they do hurt. And hopefully this will help alleviate some of the pain, but I'm just gonna kind of record my experience. I won't be recording inside the waxing room, but I will record before and after of my experience. I've taken a shower, I've exfoliated, I'm completely dry, and I'm about to spray this now, about 30 minutes before my appointment, and just like already be ready and numbed by the time I get there. I've never used this before any topical type of analgesic. While getting my waxes done, I did kind of test it out last night to make sure that it didn't leave a residue. And at first when you apply it, there is some type of residue, but it dries up really quickly. And it doesn't really have a smell or fragrance to it, just maybe like the smell from the ingredients in here, but nothing that can be detected unless somebody's like their nose right up on top of your coochie or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna apply this now and kind of let it dry, and then put my underwear and my pants on, and then head over to my appointment. Like I said, it's not my first wax. July will be a year since getting consistently Brazilian waxed, but it has been the longest time that I've gone without a wax. The last time I got wax was the 13th of February, and I haven't gotten a wax since, and it's longest time I've gone without a wax. So I'm a little nervous. Actually, I'm a lot nervous. I was thinking about this the entire day yesterday and freaking out. But every time I go, I get anxious just because I don't really like to be uncomfortable and experience pain. But I did see this little hack, so I'm going to try it and let you guys how it goes. I have been not looking forward to this, so it's probably going to hurt a little bit more than when I typically go every 4 weeks. But I really don't have high hopes for it. I just think it's going to kind of numb the skin on top. I don't think it's going to do anything for the pain that you actually feel when the hair is being ripped out of the follicle. So we'll see. I'll let you know. If you've never gotten a wax before, I'm sure you can look it up, but the person that waxes you does clean the area that they're going to wax beforehand and put like some type of baby powder or something to make sure the skin is dry. But because I'm using this before my appointment, hopefully by then the product is actually already absorbed into the skin and working, so it shouldn't affect the fact that she's wiping it off. I have seen a lot of videos of people already kind of testing this out, but the videos that I've seen are people actually that are waxing themselves, and I could never do that. And a lot of waxers actually can't even wax themselves, especially in those sensitive areas. So I'm gonna provide an experience of using the product and having somebody else actually wax me. So hopefully this is going to provide some type of information. Okay, I just applied a generous amount of the Dermoplast to the areas that I will be getting waxed, which is a Brazilian wax, so you know which areas I'm talking about. However, I did not spray the product inside the inner labia, the inside of the labia, just the outside and my booty part where she does the butt strips. So it feels kind of like you're blowing cold, or like like air, an air can, basically. Why can't I talk? I'm touching it right now, and it doesn't feel like there's anything, like nothing on top of it. I see that there's some shine. So hopefully within a couple seconds it'll dry down. And then when she wipes me down with the cotton swab, and hopefully it won't interfere with the wax adhering to my hair down there. It did kind of burn like around the butt area where I sprayed it on, but not like an uncomfortable burn. It's just kind of like a minty burn. But it's gone away. But like I could still kind of feel it, but it's going away. It's not uncomfortable at all. Again, I didn't apply it to any of the mucus areas, not the inside or anything like that. So I can't speak if it burns if you apply it there, but I just applied it to kind of like outside parts. So now I'm just gonna put my underwear on and put my pants on and head over to my appointment.
Okay guys, so I've probably had the Dermoplast on for about 5 or 7 minutes, and I immediately felt my butthole like numb. I know that's too much information, but yeah, I could definitely feel it like tingling and being numb, kind of like when you go to the dentist and they numb your face or whatever. I definitely felt it, and I was walking weird because it was just a weird feeling. And I kind of felt like, you know, that space between your butthole and your vagina, like, yeah, that space kind of felt numb too. I know this is kind of uncomfortable for some people to hear, but I'm just letting y'all know. Other than that, like the top of my portion, the top part of my vagina, that doesn't feel any different. I don't really feel a numbing sensation there yet, but you know, it might just need some more time. It's only been about 5-7 minutes, so yeah, I'll update you guys before I go in for my appointment. Alright, I'm about to walk into my appointment right now, and I don't feel anything different from my last update. So yeah, I'll let y'all know how it goes. I'm nervous. Okay, y'all, I just finished my waxing appointment, and it wasn't as bad as I had kind of built myself up to be anxious for it. Like, when you go in for your wax, you definitely get like this anxiety every time you go in, and you kind of make yourself feel or think that it's worse than what it's going to be. But in regards to the Dermoplast, I still felt the like hair being ripped out and everything. It might have been a little bit more numb, but I don't think it really took away from like it being uncomfortable. And I'm not going to say pain, because it's not really painful. It's just like an uncomfortable feeling. What I will say is that when they put the wax on, it's hot, right? So when they place it on the areas that they're going to wax, and the place that I go to uses hard wax, it's not comfortable. Like, especially when they get to the sensitive areas that they're gonna wax, like the outside of the labia, the inner labia, and like kind of close to the anus. The hot wax is like really uncomfortable, and the numbing from the Dermoplast, I did not feel. I felt the wax going on, but I didn't feel like the temperature of the wax. So that was actually really nice. I didn't feel hot wax on my skin. So it did work on that. It didn't hurt as much as I thought it was gonna hurt. So I think it did help a little bit with the numbing. So I think it did help reduce a little bit of the pain or the uncomfortableness from the waxing, but not much. It didn't affect my wax either. Like, it didn't like leave a residue to where she couldn't wax me, or the wax wasn't adhering to the hairs. So if you're concerned about that, that had no effect on the wax whatsoever. There was no smell or anything like that. I will say that I did strongly feel like my butthole was like really numb. And actually, when she did my butt strip, I barely felt that at all. And typically that's an area for me that can get kind of uncomfortable. So that area was like really like probably like 15% uncomfortableness, to be honest, out of 100. So if you are getting your butt waxed or something like that, you might not even feel a thing. It made my butthole feel weird. My butthole felt loose, like relaxed, loose. And I had texted two of my friends about it, like how I was feeling. And they told me that I don't have any kids, but they're like, oh, they give that to pregnant women, the Dermoplast, so it can reduce some of the pain after you have a baby, and also so they can use the bathroom. And I was like, it makes sense, because when I used it, my butthole was the first thing that became numb, and I could definitely feel like, I felt like, it's disgusting, but I felt like I could go to the bathroom and not have to push or anything, that it would just come out. Yeah, so that is one thing that I did kind of notice a lot. So if you're thinking about getting a wax done and you haven't before, you're scared, I would suggest give the Dermoplast a try. The first time that you get waxed is going to be uncomfortable because the hair is really rooted into the follicle. But once you go every 4 to 6 weeks, it's like a minor discomfort for just a millisecond. Like, you don't feel anything after they, pull the wax. She will kind of press down to kind of make it go away faster, the uncomfortable feeling. But just go get it done. You will actually really enjoy it. So much better than shaving. And then even if it hurts, go for your second appointment and see the difference of like the uncomfortableness from that first appointment. It's big. And you don't have to get a Brazilian. You can just get a bikini wax if you're like apprehensive, and just try it out and see if you like it. Because if you're watching this video, you're probably thinking about getting waxed or something. So don't go for a full Brazilian if you're really nervous and anxious. Just get a bikini wax and go to your second appointment, because it will make a difference. Like, you'll see that the uncomfortableness is not as bad as that first time, and you'll see better results with waxing than you will with shaving. The biggest tip that I can give y'all about getting your wax done is ask the person that's waxing you if they can do smaller strips. That has been like the one thing has really helped reduce the uncomfortableness from waxing, because some people work with large strips, and that's cool and dandy because it's like faster, but it's actually more uncomfortable than actually doing smaller strips. I would highly suggest that. It's made a big difference for me. I just go in and I tell the lady that waxes me, like, hey, can you work in smaller strips? And it's no problem. She just does it in under like 10-15 minutes. It doesn't take that long, and you'll see a bigger difference in uncomfortableness with requesting smaller strips, I think, more than just using the Dermoplast.